Hello students, welcome to my class. In today's class we will discuss about other two important sensory organs. So they are nothing but the nose and also the tongue. Now first we will see the nose. So you know that the nasal septum, all of you know about the nasal septum. So what is nasal septum? So when you see the external nose part, nose region, so through the external nares our nose is opened. So you know that inside the nose two chambers you are finding, they are called nasal chambers or nasal cavities. So the two nasal cavities are separated by the nasal septum. So how many chambers? Two. So they are called the nasal cavities. So in the nasal cavities, you know that actually two regions will be there. One is vestibular region, another one is olfactory region. So generally our nose, it means it filters the dust particles to prevent the entry of the dust particles into the lungs. So hair is located, you know that. So at the region where the hair is present, that generally that region is the outermost region. So what we call is the vestibular region, and just behind that you find the reddish structure. So inside the nose you can find, so that structure is called the olfactory region. So but the structure of the means the sense of smell is not as complex as the structure of eye or ear. So it is very simple. So because you know that the olfactory region, it contains the mucus. So this is very important. So mucus, always you know that now the nasal cavities are in the moist condition, because so for the sense of smell, the moist condition is very important. At the same time, that moisture is also, it works as air conditioner when we inhale the air. So to make it to our body temperature, the mucus also plays vital role. At the same time, here the mucus is related to the sense of smell. So students, so what is the role of mucus means? So when you inhale something, when you receive the smell, so the smell is nothing but one type of chemical substance. This chemical, so you know that through the process of the diffusion, you know, so when it reaches finally to the nasal chambers, so this chemical, what is transported or what is coming through the air, it is diffused into the water. So where do you find this water? This water is present in the mucus of the nasal chambers. So thus the chemical present in the, otherwise the smell related to the, otherwise the chemical of the smell is it is diffused into the water of the mucus of the nasal chambers. So at the same time, just near the mucus only there are different kinds of the receptors are there. They are nothing but the olfactory receptors. So these olfactory receptors, they take the sense of smell. So according to the chemical what we have taken, so that that information is sent to the brain through the olfactory receptors. So thus very easily the olfactory receptors sending the message to the brain from the olfactory region of the nasal chambers. So it is very simple. But so the chemical what we are taking, it should be dissolved in the water of the mucus. Okay, right. Next, coming to the tongue, this is another important one. So here the tongue is useful for the related to the sense of taste. Okay, right. So the tongue contains the taste buds. Similarly, how the smell is related to the water, here also the saliva plays a vital role, because if any substance which is not dissolved in the saliva, we cannot take the sense of taste also. Okay, so because when you chew the food material, the chemicals, whatever the proteins, carbohydrates or different materials, sour, sweet or different kinds of materials what we take, so they are mixed with the saliva. So after the mixing with saliva, it enters the taste bud, like a pot like structure you are finding. So here I have written saliva and food, these two together they are mixed and they form like a juice. This juice is having the chemical nature. The nature of the chemical is taken by the receptors. These receptors are taste receptors. So these taste receptors, where are they present? In the tongue. So finally they send the message directly to the brain. So if there is no saliva, you can't identify the taste, because the chemical is not dissolved. If the chemical is not dissolved, they can't take the perception. Okay, that's why. So the food should be mixed in the saliva, then only we can easily identify the taste. So that's why the juicy materials are, we feel more taste than the solid materials. Okay, that is also one of the reasons. So anyway, here papillae are present on the tongue. So three types of papillae are present: circumvallate, filiform, and also pungiform papillae are present. And mostly at the tip of the tongue you find the sweet and also salt related receptors. At the borders you find the sour receptors, and at the means where uh, going behind means near the throat region, so the back to the tongue, so bitter receptors are present. So we say generally the six type of tastes, but you know that the spicy material, spiciness is not the taste, it is the one type of feeling we get, but that is not actually not called as the taste. Okay, so not only this umami, this is the taste of the meat, and some other materials artificially we are adding different type of chemicals to the for the flavoring of the food materials, so that is also considered as metallic taste. So thus we take different kinds of the materials, means food materials, and we can identify the thousands of food items taste, and also different kinds of different materials so smell also we can feel. Thus the nose and tongue they play wider role in the identification of the smell and also taste of the thousands of food materials and also thousands of chemicals. Okay, so these are very simple, but these two are the chemoreceptors, because they mostly related to the perception of the chemicals of the smell of the chemical or taste of the chemical. So that's why these are called chemoreceptors. Suppose if you take eye, that is they are called photoreceptors. The receptors present in the eye. What are the receptors? Rods and cones are the photoreceptors. And in the structure of ear, basilar membrane contain the receptors I told you. They are called the sensory receptors. Sorry, they are the auditory receptors. But here these also receptors, olfactory receptors and gustatory receptors we say, but these are the mostly they take the smell and also taste of the chemicals to, that's why they are called chemoreceptors. Okay students, so in the next class we see the structure of skin very clearly. Okay, right, thank you.